The city of Detroit is getting help revitalizing local Chinese and Asian American history. So joining us now to talk about this major funding that was secured to make this project happen is Michigan Senators Stephanie Chang and Maureen Stapleton from Midtown Detroit. Thank you both for being here with us.
Thank you.
So we're excited that we have the money secured to be able to move forward with this project. How did this come about?
So it was 1 year ago yesterday that a really historic building in Chinatown was demolished in Cass near Peterborough, and that really brought a lot of community members together in the neighborhood, folks who grew up in Detroit's Chinatown, other Asian American community leaders who said, we've got to make sure that we're actually doing what we can to revitalize and also bring back some of the history around Detroit Chinatown. A lot of folks don't even know that there was a Detroit Chinatown, but it was once thriving. And so over the past year, there's been a lot of community conversation about how can we uplift this incredible history of Chinese immigrants who came to Detroit and made a living and created a thriving neighborhood. And over the past year, we realized, you know what, why don't we start with something as simple as improving the streetscape and building in some Asian American cultural and historical elements onto Peterborough Street. So I was really proud to work with my colleagues, Senator Anthony, Senator Kavanaugh, to get $1 million in the state budget that was signed by the governor last week. That is going to make this a reality.
Wow, and Maureen, why is it so important to preserve this history and to have this culture within this area preserved?
Detroit has a rich history of a number of different cultures. When one is taken away, the tapestry isn't complete. And so this is our opportunity to not only honor the culture and the input of Chinese Americans into Detroit's fabric again, but to restore the streetscape and bring in those cultural elements that let you know you are in Detroit's Chinatown. We're very, very excited about it.
And Stephanie, with doing this, it's starting a conversation about that history that some people may not know.
Absolutely. You know, I think that there are a lot of people who are really curious about this. There are some people who have vague memories of eating at Chung's restaurant or seeing different things on Peterborough Street, but not as many people know how long Chinese immigrants have actually played a role in Detroit's history. Not many people know, that there was a Chinese Merchant Association that helped Chinese immigrants actually with finding housing and jobs many years ago. And so if there are ways that we can continue to uplift that history, let's make that happen. And so this streetscape is one piece of hopefully a much larger puzzle. But I'm really excited about the future. And I think that it's also an incredible opportunity to educate other community members about how rich that history is and the amount of interest that there is from folks who maybe grew up in Detroit Chinatown that are really eager to come back, be a part of this change is really exciting.
Yeah, that leads me to my next question. What has the response been like so far?
It has been incredible. We've had people reach out to us today from all around the country through our Midtown email address, telling us, please let us be engaged, let us be involved, whatever we can do to help. Midtown is the center and the heart of our city. And so it is only right that we do what we can to reestablish this area, include the culture that was so vibrant. I do remember House of Chung's. I remember going as a child, and I remember a vibrant area there. But there's also some really interesting significance that the senator shared about this isn't the first Chinatown in Detroit. This is the second Chinatown. And similar to Black Bottom, the first Chinatown was wiped out by an expressway. So it's even further important that we restore this area to infuse the culture of those who made it so vibrant for so many years.
Yeah. You had mentioned also looking ahead to the future and what you hope to see. Can you give us any insight on some of the projects that we may see later down the road?
Well, I'm really excited about the conversations that are going to happen this fall that Midtown Inc. is going to convene because I think that will give us an even greater opportunity to have a more formalized process that we're actually getting more input. But I know that there are so many ideas that are out there, right? Could there be some type of community center? Could there be some type of art installation in the future? Could there be other types of historical elements that are brought in? How can we build on assets that already exist? There was an incredible exhibit last fall at the Detroit Historical Museum led by Lily Chen regarding Detroit Chinatown. How can we infuse all of these things? But we also hope that it'll be a catalyst for future change. We know that ACD is doing an incredible job with the old Chung's building. Really, really excited to see what happens there. But there's a lot of opportunity because there's a number of vacant spaces on that block that I think could be transformed into something really beautiful, something really historically meaningful, and also something that can really serve the existing neighborhood as well.
Okay, people will be on the lookout. Are there ways that they can get involved?
Feel free to reach out to Midtown Detroit Inc. Again, as Senator indicated, we want to engage the community in this conversation. info@midtowndetroitinc.org.
All right, thank you both for joining us and having this important conversation with us. And we look forward to seeing all the projects that come to fruition later.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you.
All right, thanks so much.